Hey, what's going on? It's Unapologetic Gamer, and I'm back with another video. In this video, we're going to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles winning their ninth game of the season, 9-1, bouncing back after a horrible loss at home, their first loss of the season, and they win a nail biter, 17-16, on the road against the Indianapolis Colts. Man, what can you say, man? That's why we watch football, man. Football is a game where 11 players have to all work in unison to make one successful play over a period of 4 quarters. You're going to have some miscommunications. You're going to have some mistakes. Everyone are human out there, man. But when that clock says 000 and the game is over, you want your team to have more points than the other team. That's what it's about, and we did that. We did that. We seen some good things. We seen Jalen Hurts overcome adversity, man. This is what we talking about with this guy, man. The man is stone-faced, man, in the face of pressure, man. No, like seriously, man, we seen guys come in here, man. This guy right here do not blink in the face of pressure. Don't mean he's perfect. But did you see that throw to Quez Watkins? Did you see that throw to Quez Watkins? Did you see him running, not slotting every time, trying to get the first down? Man, this guy's awesome, and he's getting better and better every game. He just throws as he gets more experience, as he gets more comfortable. The ball just coming out his hands is perfect placement, man. It's like, man, like some of the throws he made is just shocking, man, to say the least. Because this was a guy where we questioned whether he was a franchise quarterback or not. You know, we all said like we thought he could be. We was uncertain. We haven't seen enough. We was looking for improvement. And we got that improvement. 10 games in, we can officially say that he is the franchise quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, man. Number one, Jalen Hurts. So a lot of things went on in this game. There was some questionable play calling. I hate to bring up negative things, but we're going to talk about the game. There was some questionable play calling, man. Man, I think there was a 3rd and 9, and he threw a screen pass to Boston Scott, and it's just like, man, sometimes he out-tricks himself, man. Like, with the weapons you have, like, you don't throw a screen pass to Boston Scott. That gives me a coach that kind of tends to outthink himself. Not Nick Sirianni. I don't believe he calls the plays. He gave up the play calling duty so he can focus on the coaching the team as a whole, which a lot of coaches do. But this guy, sometimes whoever's calling the plays, this guy, man, he outsmarts himself sometimes, man. Come on, bro. You got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, even Jalen Hurts. You have Miles Sanders, and you throw a screen pass to Boston Scott, my man. Bro, come on. Like, get it together, man. Go to your playmakers. Put the ball in your playmakers. No need to get tricky and outsmart people, man. You have playmakers. You have elite receivers. You have a great quarterback. We can say he's a great quarterback now. He's playing great ball. He's playing some of the best quarterback play in the league right now. So if you look at his stat line, I think he was 18 for 25 for 190 yards and a touchdown. Then he had 16 carries for 86 yards and a touchdown. It's not too many quarterbacks in the league that can give you that type of stat line. You know what I'm saying? Like, and actually be a threat both ways. Like, he's actually a threat throwing the ball and running the ball, like a serious threat. Like, he's starting to get to the level of a Lamar Jackson type impact on the game. You know what I mean? In different ways, like Jalen Hurts can just wear you down, and Lamar Jackson can just scare the hell out you, man. Every time he touches the ball, he can go 90 yards if he wanted to. Jalen Hurts just wears you down, man. It's just his strength and just aggressiveness when it comes to the game of football, man, is it's good to see, man. I'm glad he on our team, man. I'm glad he on our team. Another impact in the game, Sue and Linval Joseph, man, had huge impacts on the game and the run game. That first drive, man, just that D-tackle combination of Fletcher Cox and Hargrave or Milton Williams is just not working. They get moved. They don't hold their ground. Going up against the Colts, man, who has a good offensive line, a good running back. He led the league in rushing last year, rushing yards. And I'll do a separate video on this, but Fletcher Cox just was getting moved, man. It's sad to see, man, because Fletcher Cox, man, he's one of my all-time great Eagles, man. It's been in his prime. He was just a beast. But he's on the downside of his career right now. You just got to be honest, man. He can't hold the fort every single play like he used to. Maybe he can come in spurts. But you just see a different, like Sue and Joseph, especially Joseph, he stood up the double team on a few plays, man. On that first drive where the Eagles gave up the touchdown in the goal line, he stood up the double team. I think the play right before the touchdown, he stood up the double team, just stood it up. And Sue just was getting in the backfield, man. Even on plays where they didn't come up with the stop and the Colts actually had a positive play, it was like cutback. So a lot of times Bradbury or the safety don't come up and fill their gap responsibilities, and a running back would just cut back. That's why you see a lot of cutbacks. Somebody on the back end didn't fill their responsibility, or one of the defensive tackle didn't hold his gap and tried to play somebody else's gap. And then that opens up a cutback lane. So what you seen yesterday against the Colts was two defensive tackles that held their ground. They held their ground, and they gave the linebackers, they gave the safeties and the DBs a chance to get in there and make the stop instead of the linemen moving on to the second and third levels, because the defensive tackle just got wiped out. Sad to say, we see that a lot from Fletcher Cox this year. Jordan Davis can hold up the double team. That's why when he was in there, the Eagles' run game was better. Fletcher Cox, not so much. What made Fletcher Cox great was his quickness and strength. Fletcher Cox was strong, but also he was quick on his feet. Like, he had quick feet. So he's not as quick no more. He had quick feet, quick hands. He's not as quick anymore, what I can see. So he just gets moved, with a double team. But that's not to say that he can't still make an impact on the team. But looking for that impact, 3 downs, first, second, and third down, it's like I think he's past that right now. He's past that right now, and that's what we was asking of him. And I think now it's clear. If it wasn't clear before the season, it's very clear now that he's not that player anymore. He's not that player anymore. The defense gave up some yardage, but they held their ground. They gave up 16 points. They gave up 7 points on that first drive, and they gave up 9 points the rest of the way. Which is what you want to see out of the defense, man. Which is what you want to see out of the defense. The offense struggled, man. The offense struggled again. And I think, like I said, the play calling, man, like, it can be borderline ridiculous at times, man. Like, with the play calling, it's like, is this guy trying to reinvent the wheel every week? Like, damn, you get an identity and you just enforce your will on a team. You don't just switch up every week. And I think he goes away from things that works, and he tries to, like, outsmart whoever's calling the plays. I gotta figure this guy's name out. I know it's not Nick Sirianni, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, Hurts single-handedly be winning us games, man, because the play calling just be trash, man. I'm not gonna hold you, man. There's some weeks it's just awesome, like that game against the Cowboys, the game against the Vikings. You understand what I'm saying? But then you look and you like, what is they doing out there? But what do we know? You know, we just fans, you know. We don't know anything. But the Eagles come up with the win. So let me know your thoughts on the game, man. Let me know who impressed you, who disappointed you. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'll have more videos during the week of spotlight performances and issues that I have going forward. Spotlight performances from that win on Sunday against the Colts. But again, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you next time.